welcome to the Wise Take DFS Podcast. I am your host, CK013. You can find me on Twitter at CK013, and I'm joined once again by my boy Patio Joe. You can find him on Twitter at Patio Joe Ref. That's REF. Patio, what's going on, my man? How you doing tonight?
Doing well. It's we got a little bit late start. It's almost like it's actually Wednesday for you. So we really aren't talking about the It's actually Wednesday for you. To me, it's still 9:30. But I did find out 4 interesting facts just as we started this podcast, and I'm going to share with everybody right now. We are only 53 days until Halloween, 76 days until Thanksgiving, 108 days until Christmas, and 115 days until New Year's. It's not that long, people.
Was the goal to depress people?
Honestly, you want to be honest? Honest to God, the thing was, I had my Facebook page up, and literally, my father posted something, and it's just like staring me in the face. So I just figured, you know what? Why not just say it right now?
It's definitely interesting, but to me, I'm like, oh damn, man! Christmas is coming up. That means the holidays coming up. Thanksgiving, everything. That means like it's about to get hectic.
Dude, that's why football season flies by.
Yeah, man.
Because of the holidays and everything, and I'm actually refereeing too. It's like, man, I've always said, just give me September 1st and the year's over. It just flies by. The days are shorter too.
Yeah, the days are shorter.
It literally gets dark at like 4:30. You're like, what the hell?
No, I think there's something to that. You're absolutely right. Definitely. Yeah, I think that there's something to that. But yeah, man, I think it's like football. It's like it gets you through the winter. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of just look forward every week and do your grind, and like you said, the days are shorter, and then football, and then you do the same thing. And football, it's early, right? Like you got Monday Night Football, but Sunday, like the games start for you, they're real early, but for me, they're like at 1 o'clock. You know what I mean? Like it's game time. Like let's go. You wake up at 10 o'clock and you got football, like that, and then it's over early, and it kind of just goes in line with winter and the process of the early days. You know what I'm saying? And so like
that's why the month of February for me is like. After the Super Bowl, it's like detox.
Yeah,
for like a month. Like I even try and like get away a little bit from the sports, like in general, just like get away. Like
that thing called basketball is going on. I know that you always refer to. I like basketball. I like basketball.
But even then, like it's good because like there's like the All-Star game is like a week after the Super Bowl, so then that's like a week off from basketball, or they're not going to be playing.
Yeah.
And, then there's like Daytona like a week after that. So if you're into NASCAR, and then like 1st of March, it's spring training starts.
Yeah. And
the Dodgers released their schedule today, and they actually start like March 29th this year, or 28th is their first game against the Giants. It's on a Thursday night. They're starting the season a little bit different this year. So maybe they're trying to start a little bit earlier so they'll get the season over a little bit earlier so they won't be playing, that far into October, and might help better weather and stuff like that for next year. But but we all know once March hits for me in 2018, things are going to be very hectic. So I'm not we'll worry about that once it gets here, but it's going to get here before you know it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. Now that Joe has depressed everybody and reminded us all of how short life is and how quickly things go by, I'm going to take the optimistic approach and read it as Joe was telling us. Enjoy every day. Enjoy every moment. Because it goes quick, so enjoy every day. I think that's what Joe is really trying to say.
Yes, you never know. It's going to be, like I said, Christmas is going to be here before you know it.
See, there you go, depressing everybody again.
but you know what though? I'm gonna make everybody up just in probably about a month. Yeah, probably about a month, a little bit less than a month. We're actually gonna meet each other for the first time.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna come out to the East Coast, so
I'm ready, man.
So maybe we can even get Pauly D.
We're all excited.
We can get Pauly D to like hitchhike, up to 10, up to us. Be like, hey, yo, with his cargo jersey.
Yo, cargo hit 2 months today. I was a day early on that call.
There you go.
Carly was a month early. I was a day early, but he had 2 months today.
Mm-hmm.
Or that's yesterday. Good. Whatever. I guess for me, it's yesterday. For you, it's still today.
Still today.
Yeah. All right, so we got a 12-game slate, and
Then we're gonna roll through.
that's it. Quick. That's it. Let's do it.
Yep.
Luis Gohara, the lefty from the Atlanta Braves, visiting Mad Max Scherzer of the Washington Nationals.
Yes, the extensive career of Luis Gohara. He's a lefty. He's a crafty lefty. He throws about 6 pitches, all great. That's why he's been in the major leagues for 25 years. Luis Gohara, the legend. I actually know absolutely nothing about this guy. So that is why you probably want to play some of these Nationals. On the other side, Max Scherzer is going to be your cash game option. Obviously, from first look, I have not looked at anything else, but I'll tell you this, Max Scherzer, cash game tomorrow against the Atlanta Braves. What about you, CK?
That was caught me off guard there a little bit.
Luis Gohara, the most interesting man in baseball.
Yo, for a minute, I'm like, damn, Joe knows all this shit about this dude. I was like,
he throws 6 pitches, all great.
All great. It's like 6 pitches, huh? No kidding.
Luis Gohara, he's his own pitcher and his own catcher.
That is a really good Dos Equis commercial, though. Seriously. I think that'd be a good one. Yeah, I don't know much about him. He's a lefty. We know Harry Kendrick has lefties. We know that. I think Trey Turner's numbers over the last 2 weeks against lefties have been pretty good, but over his career, he hasn't hit lefties well. So if you want to try it because he's been hotter lately, that's fine. He's got tremendous upside.
Maybe Jason Worth at 2.6. That's not a bad option if he plays. I kind of like that.
Yeah, I'm with it. If he plays, I'm with it. I'm with it for sure.
And Scherzer, you got to go with him in cash tomorrow. I mean, I haven't really looked at who else is pitching, and I'm honestly, I just can't see anybody being better in that matchup. He's a minus 340. Yeah. We had Kluber through tonight, unless Sale's on this slate, which I don't think he is. So yeah, we got Fitzner. I barely even know her. So yeah, we're good. Yeah, Scherzer, cash, lock it in.
I'm with it. I got no complaints there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm totally with it. The Braves went nuts tonight. They went. Yeah. Freddie Freeman went nuts. So his lefty Gio got bombed, dude.
What did I say? I mean, I said don't play him. I did not say play him. I said he's vanilla. So I guess it was probably his worst start of the year for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It might all start coming crashing down for that dude. But some of those Braves had good BVP, but the good BVP guys didn't even do well. It was everybody else who did well. Like dude, Albies, I think had a pretty big game too.
Albies, yeah.
It's
so crazy. Like I talk about it all the time how like these players start out like at 2K and then now like Rice Hoskins, he started out at 2K and now he's like 4,500.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and he just hit 2 home runs tonight too. Oh yeah, Belly. Yeah, and yeah, it is funny. That was one thing that Josh Cash in DFS. That was one thing that he did say on the show is that he likes to do research on the minor league prospects because he said exactly that. They start off, they're super cheap, and so nice.
It's nice going to spring training. I went there this year, and believe it or not, there's also this have you ever heard of the Winter Fall League that they have in Arizona?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's like in the month of like October or November. Mm-hmm. There's actually like a fantasy baseball basically conference a whole weekend in November, where it's almost all the best minds in fantasy baseball, mostly seasonal. It's kind of hard to teach DFS. Even seasonal stuff. It's amazing sometimes what these guys talk about. Like you kind of think like, what in the hell am I going to be listening to for 3 days? Like, what are they going to be talking about? And I guess it's just like everything. They have like little speeches, but then they go and they watch these minor leaguers play. Right. So they know about them when they come up. They scout them. It's like they're scouts and stuff like that. And it's really crazy. These seasonal baseball guys are just really into it.
Oh man. And we always talk about how baseball is a grind DFS-wise, but at least we get gratification every once in a while. Like that season-long, dude, oh my God, that's just like, I mean, I respect it. Like I've always said I'd like to try. Man, I'm just not eager. It's just like, that's a grind, man. That's like surreal for real for you, Baseball.
Here's what I say. If you're going to play, I play in seasonal baseball leagues, but I don't play in the traditional 5x5. head-to-heads like that where you do categories or anything, and I don't even play the traditional rotisserie. What I play and what I have found is to be the most interesting, to keep the people most invested and keep you most invested. Dude, fantasy football, head-to-head points. It's basically you garner points. It's not basically, I have 10 home runs and, or I have, I hope my pitcher does well because I need to help my whip this week or my ERA. No, it's, you get a strikeout, you get 2 points. You get a win, you get 10 points. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man, you should have like a matchup for the week or some shit.
No, you do. That's what I do. I'm in 4 head-to-head points leagues in baseball, and it's nice. It's good, but once again, like this one league, I was in first all year, but I lost the last week of the season, and the guy has 2,000 less points than me, but he just had an easier schedule. So there's some inconsistencies, but. Yeah, head-to-head points leagues in baseball are my favorite. And it's also most like DFS, because that's when we're playing DFS in baseball, what are we essentially playing? A one-day head-to-head against everybody else in points. Right. You get a point value for what you do. But this is basically just turning into a season form.
Right.
And that's what I play.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with it. What were we talking about? Oh yeah,
baseball.
Dan Straley of the Miami. My laptop went black, and that's where I was reading the games from. And I was like, "What are we doing?" Miami Marlins. Dan Straley of the Miami Marlins visiting Aaron Nola.
Are we recording?
Visiting Aaron Nola of the Philadelphia Phillies.
I think Aaron Nola at 8-3 is a good value tomorrow that we want to maybe look into invest to see. He's a good GPP option tomorrow. On the other side, you got Rhys Hoskins that you can attack Straley with. Nick Williams, Galvis. I kind of like it as maybe a sneaky stack. They're not projected for many runs, but they put up some runs tonight, so you never know. I mean, like you said, Hoskins went deep, and another guy that I'll take a look at. I remember watching him in the WBC is Jorge Alfaro, their catcher. He has some good power. So I don't know. I think it might be their hitters might be loaned, and I think Nola is a definite GPP option.
Yeah, definitely. I'm with you on Nola for sure. Especially at 8-3. The question is a couple of variables we have in this game is what's his name is. Back. Justin Bohr is back. That's obviously a big-time lefty bat in a small park that you're concerned. But I'm with you. The total here is low, and I like Nola a lot. I like his stuff. And I think the most important thing about what you said that I agree with is that at his price, at least on FanDuel where he's 8-3, I don't know how much he is on DraftKings, but on FanDuel at 8-3, I think he's priced low enough to where I'd be comfortable taking that chance because I feel like I can get pretty good with the bats there considering that Scherzer's on the slate tonight. So. I would like to see what he is though on DraftKings. He's 9-1 on DraftKings. It's not terrible. 9-1 on DraftKings is not terrible.
Has he not been pitching very good? Is that why?
Well, yeah. I think I'm gonna look it up now, but I think he had a rough couple outings. Well, no, against Washington, 8 strikeouts, but he only went 5. He gave up 2 earned runs, went 5 1/3. Miami, he didn't have a good game against Miami in Miami. 7 strikeouts, but 10 hits, 6 earned runs. Okay. He did well against Atlanta. Bad against Miami again. Okay, so we're seeing a trend here. Apparently, he's faced Miami twice recently, and he struggled both times. It seems like he struggles more against the teams that don't strike out a ton, like the Angels, the Giants. He had a terrible outing. But you know what? He's home. And when he was home against Atlanta, he did pretty well. It's a team that doesn't typically strike out. So I still think he's warranted. For his price, I'm comfortable paying 8-3 on FanDuel and taking that chance, right? Because he has the upside.
Yes, I agree. And I'm not saying that they can't get him again, but, pitchers, they're trying to try and ride it. This is the 3rd time in 3 weeks that they've been pitching. God, they got to space out these schedules more. Too much.
Oh, yeah, man. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. I would look into Dan Straley tomorrow, only because on August 22nd, he put up 49 FanDuel points against these Phillies, right? And it was in Philly. Now, granted, he just faced them recently September 2nd, and he only got 21. He gave up 4 earned runs. But he obviously showed the capability of doing it. The Phillies do strike out. what makes me uncomfortable is that Rhys Hoskins hit 2 home runs today. So I just feel like in general that kind of thing can get a team going. So that makes me a little uncomfortable. But I think he's worth consideration because the total overall is pretty low, and he's 7-8 on FanDuel. So I think he's somebody that I would even consider. But I'm a little like off the bets here, except for Rhys. Rhys and Nick Williams are the only 2 guys that I'd probably consider playing. One guy that I think Stanton, of course, is a guy that stands out specifically to me because it's always in these spots where like people just wouldn't play him. Like we've learned a tendency with Stanton to where like he strikes out a lot. So if it's a strikeout pitcher, don't play him. But he's been hitting those guys. Like I don't know what Barry Bonds has taught him, but he's been hitting those guys this year. He's been getting home runs off of like strikeout pitchers. And of course, check with Gady. We'll find out if
he didn't do very good today, right?
No, I don't think so. But is the game still going, or did it end? It was like an extra innings.
Oh, really? So he still hasn't. He could have hit a home run.
Did they win?
Yeah.
Oh no, Philly won.
Yeah. Philly won.
No. Yeah, Ozuna homer, but not Stanton though. So yeah, maybe the curse is broken. I don't know. Small sample size.
We'll see.
But yeah, Justin Bour, obviously, he's in play. Kevin Gausman of the Baltimore Orioles visiting Marcus Stroman of the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah, Gausman, somebody that you think you can pick on him, but you could also throw up a gem. So maybe just one-offs there for the Blue Jays. And on the other side, I think it's the same thing. Like Stroman, like he's too erratic. Like I just don't know. I've had him all year in my seasonal teams, and I just can't pinpoint when he's going to have a good outing. So if some guys got some good BVP against him, some guys hit his slider well. You know what? I think you can roll with him, but I just don't think there's a good stack though either. Go somewhere else.
Yeah, man. I think Gausman, especially. Hopefully he's paired with Caleb Joseph because we know that they have like a little thing together. So, he does much better with him. It's a pretty drastic split. And then it's another little total here too that we're looking at. Checking the BVP now just because I'm curious, and it looks like Pilar is like 10 for 22. But like the problem with the BVP here is like the Gausman that we've seen this year is a little different from what we've seen. Like we've seen bits of this Gausman over the last couple of years, but like he's never been this consistent before. So the BVP stuff, it kind of like, scares me a little bit. Now, we saw today, Bundy did well against Toronto today. Like, he could have won another inning. They just didn't leave him out there. He just had no run support. So with that said, like, I think, like, some of the guys, maybe like a Machado or like maybe Trey Mancini, like just maybe like a one-off from the Orioles or even from the other side. But I don't think I would go too heavy with the bats in this game. Yeah.
Yes. When in Rome.
Jarrell Cotton of the Oakland Athletics visiting Doug Fister of the Boston Red Sox.
Well, you could say it. Doug Fister, I barely even know her.
That's your line, bro. I'm not going to take the line, bro.
I know, but still, though, it'd be funny one day that you do it. Jarrell Cotton's been getting lit up like a Christmas tree lately. And these Red Sox coming off of like 13 runs today. So let's look at these Red Sox again tomorrow. I know they're expensive. Mookie Betts must have been listening to this when I was like, how in the hell is he 4-3? And then he goes out and put up 60 points today. So he must have listened to me. Which, by the way, thank you, Mook. I appreciate that. Much love. But yeah, I definitely think that these Red Sox aren't playing tomorrow. Look up Cotton, see what he throws, see what Red Sox profile well of him, and attack that mofo. And then on the other side, with Fister, he's been weirdly, oddly, effective enough to not want to attack. So be off of him, maybe one-offs. If you like a guy like Matt Olson, I'm cool with it. He's 3.7. It's a little high for me. I don't care. Even cash game porn now is just too expensive anymore. Like what did I see? This can't be right. Matt Joyce is 4.2.
Yo, he's been having a crazy freaking year, man. He's
wow,
an insane.
You would think that there'd be a better team the way these guys are priced.
Look at his game logs.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh no, you would certainly think like if they went off fantasy points instead of regular points, the A's would not be a terrible team. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, they like put up. Wow, he's 4,200. What?
Yo, Joe, his game log is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean he's very, very, yeah.
His game log is ridiculous.
What's funny is he's still only hitting 241.
Yes, that's so it's like all or nothing, bro. It's it's all or nothing. I bet you his ywOba is ridiculous though.
Yeah, that's
and his ywOba is probably through the roof.
Yeah, and then his ywOba. Let's not even talk about ywOba.
You don't know nothing about the ywOba.
The ywOba. You don't want to know about the ywOba.
You don't want to know about that ywOba.
Wise Take, one of these days we'll tell you about the ywOba.
Maybe.
There it is.
Maybe, we can't promise.
ywOba. ywOba is the name.
ywOba.
Is the name of it tonight. ywOba. And lowercase y woba.
ywOba. ywOba.
That's the
OBA.
name of. Yes, or you could just do WHY woba if you wanted to. Y with a question mark or ywOba.
No, I like the Y.
Like it's a stat.
Like the letter Y.
Lowercase y.
I'm gonna make it look like a stat. Yeah, it is a stat. What does it look like?
People will be like, ywOba.
Yeah.
Boy, what did Joe do again?
It's all about the hootie hoo at the end of the day.
Yeah, I gotta say, but I really like the Red Sox tomorrow. They were hot today.
Yeah,
go back.
Hot.
Why not?
Dude, Fister has been really good. Like like the past 4 games, he's actually been phenomenal. Like, I'm pretty impressed. He's still only 8-2. He has a matchup against the A's. I expected the A's to put up more runs tonight, and they really didn't.
You have no idea how long I've been doing that. You've been looking, and I'm doing it. Like,
I know. I'm trying to like read off this thing. I look up, and I'm just like, what is Joe doing right now? Like you were past the fist already. I was too late. You were way past the fist, bro. It was too late for me to save the invisible thing that you were fisting. But yeah, man, Fister's been phenomenal, and against these A's, he's in consideration at his price. Just like that's the thing, though, you can get Nola for 8-3, so it's like, like you got Fister at 8-2. Yeah, I love the Red Sox against Cotton. Mike Leake of the Seattle Mariners visiting Martin Perez of the Texas Rangers.
Okay, so Vegas is telling us to stack both of these games. I mean, they both have 5-6 and a 5-5. Mike Leake.
You mean both these teams?
Yeah, both these teams. I mean, just look at. I mean, oh my God. I mean, look at Mike Leake 5. I mean, come on now. Let's just Shields, True, Andrus, Bizarro, Gallo would be great tomorrow, and then Perez. Like he's somebody else. Haniger is still great. 3.1. They didn't move him up that much. Nelly Cruz at 3.9. He's under 4K against a lefty. I like that. Danny Valencia 2.5 against a lefty. That's a great value tomorrow. So take a look at this Zunino, another one. Taylor Motter. There's some really good righties with good values that you can stack the Mariners tomorrow if you want Scherzer.
Yeah, man. Mike Leake's coming off a decent game, I think, or at least against the Angels, or a game where he didn't do all that bad. Mm-hmm. But I'm not buying it, dude. It's gonna be 90 degrees tomorrow. Today in Texas, it was only like I think 80 or like 82. It's gonna be 90 degrees. It's gonna be hot. One of the better hitting environments on the slate. And at this point in the year, the weather has dropped pretty much everywhere else. So you're not getting those prime hitting conditions that we got mid-season. So definitely want to look at the bats and attack both of these pitchers. Great point about Cruz. Love Zanino's ywOba. And I like the lefties on the Rangers. I want to see if you would catch that or not. I figured I would slide it in. I wasn't sure if you catch that or not.
ywOba.
But yeah, man, I'm all in with this game. I think you're right. Vegas is telling us to do it, and it makes a lot of sense. Like, it's not that Texas is some super small park. It's that it's one of the few places with good hitting environments left. So, Joey Gallo, loving some Joey Gallo.
Yes.
Matt Harvey of my New York Mets visiting John Lester of the Chicago Cubs. Patio Joe.
Yeah, I think this could get really, really ugly. I don't know if Harvey's going to last 2 innings. He could just get crushed tomorrow by these Cubbies. So I'm looking at the Cubs tomorrow for sure. There's no line right now. Just stack the Cubs. I think it's a good spot. On the other side, John Lester. I think if you want another option, he maybe could go there because he's probably going to get the win in a QS, but that's about it.
Yeah, I think you're right with Harvey for sure. I don't know how long he's going to last, and then you have a Mets bullpen that's kind of it's very we'll just call it experimental right now.
Mm-hmm.
The win's not really a factor in this game, so I think that it's all pretty much a go. Definitely like these Cubbies. I think they may have disappointed a little bit today. I'm not positive on that, but I think they didn't do all that well today against Giselle.
No, they put up 7 or 8 runs. Schwarber did good. Happ did good. Brian
so eventually
they actually
did
picked
well.
it up. Yeah.
Okay. Good. So then, definitely want to play him against Harvey. Then Harvey's been absolutely terrible. And one thing I'll say about Lester, I'm not into Lester. He's only 8-7. I know that, and it's the Mets. And I know people just saw Quintana pitch okay against the Mets today, but I still don't know. I think these new Mets, the Darno, Lagares, Rosario, the Travis dude, these guys probably hit lefties better than they hit righties. And that's not saying much because they're not very good hitters overall. But they, at this point, that whole Mets can't hit lefties. It's kind of the reverse now. It's kind of like they can't hit righties anymore. Just you know what I'm saying? So I'm off of Lester, but I'm with you on the Cubs for sure, man. Matt Harvey has just been completely terrible. Tyler Glasnow, the Pittsburgh Pirates, visiting Chase Anderson of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah, Glasnow is another very unpredictable guy. He can have some really, really good starts, and then he could just get blown up. It's really hard to project how he's going to be. That being said, looking at it, I don't necessarily have a great read on how this game's going to go. Chase Anderson, he's a pretty much a 35, 40-point ceiling guy, so I'm out on that. Especially at his price at 8-1, it's just not enough. Glasnow at 7-2, a little bit better, but he hasn't been pitching very well. I mean, this is his first start since June 9th.
I was gonna say, when did he come back up?
Yeah, so let's see how he is. I'm not into it, and you might be able to attack him with some of these lefties. Thames hit a home run today. Shaw didn't. Thanks, Paulie. And it's
what? He got something though. He got a steal, 2.
Oh, he did. He did okay. All right,
he got 15 points. He
got I don't care.
15 points.
I'm really not playing. I didn't really care what he said. I'm just giving him shit. That's all. He probably ain't even listen to this. He don't even have power right now. You don't even listen to it. So, yeah.
He said, Shaw didn't.
But he's really cheap though at 3-1. I like that price. I mean, Domingo Santana at 2-8, Steven Vogt, suck a dick at 2-0, and Walker at 3. I mean, they're pretty cheap. So if you want to stack them tomorrow, I could see it because you'll be able to fit it in with the Scherzer stack.
Yeah, they got good pricing. I think Glasnow's whole problem was control. I think too, right? He was walking a crap ton of people. I think that was one of his main problems.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get a pitcher's ump, especially, I mean, if you get a hitter's ump, especially a guy that is less strikeouts, you really have to look at the Brewers with the same sense. Glasnow did demonstrate some K upside, but the reason I don't think he's in play is because we don't know how long he would be able to go, even if he pitches well. This is a situation where it's late in the year, they're not really playing for much, so it's they'll just throw him out there for 3 innings and just because he needed somebody to start on the paper. You know what I'm saying? So we don't really know. But he has had K upside in the past. He's just way too inconsistent. And it's a small park. So I like a Brewers stack, but I'm going to like it more if we see a hitter's ump there. Because I can just see walk, big home run. You know what I'm saying? I can just see that whole mess opening up there. And I too agree that Vogue can suck a dick. I would agree.
I was 100% on that lefty, and he done well for me. And he had the call early in the year where he double donged and everything like that. But you know what? Steven, your credit only runs for so long. All right, literally, you want to be in the circle of trust, you got to hit bombs.
Yeah, I'm sure he cares very much to be in our circle of trust.
Obviously, Mookie Betts listens, so who else knows? I mean, who else listens to this? I mean,
Mookie's the man.
Yeah. Mookie listened to me last night, and he goes for 60 points today.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not saying he listened, But you can make the correlation that I called him out and he made 60 points.
I think that's
if
a very
you want to say that he listened,
view.
then maybe he did. You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel you.
So why wouldn't Steven vote maybe listen to this, right, Steven?
Fade the chalk, bro. Fade the chalk.
F the chalk, brah.
F the chalk.
F the chalk, brah.
What is that? What is that? Where did that come from?
What's his name? You know, Josh. F the chalk, brah.
What is the...
That's just kind of like putting my own spin to it.
Oh, man.
You can tell we're in the last 3 weeks of the season.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
I don't know if you've laughed harder at any one of us than tonight.
Where did he come from? He's nothing like that.
I know.
Oh, God. Oh, man. Dinelson Lamet of the San Diego Padres visiting Urban Santana of the Minnesota Twins. He's nothing like that. I don't know where it came from. Same thing with Paulie and AO. Like, Paulie never once said AO, and now every time I call him, it started off as a joke, and now I think it's a thing. And like, Paulie answers the phone, he's like AO.
I don't know what to say. I am a trendsetter, and
clearly.
How that all came about is Paulie's voice reminds me of an old friend of mine. Like they had like the same voice, and like so, he used to always say, "Hey yo." He used to always say that. So when Paulie started talking, I was like, "Oh, he sounds just like my old friend Ricardo." So that's how one day I was like, "Hey yo," like just because his voice just reminds me of my old friend. That's why I came up with it.
Well, now Paulie goes around saying "Ayo." I'm pretty sure after that.
Paulie has now patented.
He's now trademarked.
So yeah, Dinelson Lamet, he's good. He's better at home. There's these Twins that just absolutely went off for 16 runs today. So I don't know if I really want Lamet tomorrow. I know you like Lamet is like,
It's my boy.
Like yeah, one of like he's your boy, like he's like your
boy.
friend. He's not your son. Like, like, hey man, this is Dinelson. Oh, all right. And then there's Santana on there. He's under 9K. He's facing the Padres, who could strike out a lot. So look at him. Maybe he could be all right. I just think that in the GPP, maybe I don't know. But I could see maybe even some of these Twins, but not a full stack tonight, like tonight.
Yeah, man. The Padres really shit the bed on me today. I had some Twins, but I had them with Padres, and the Padres did absolutely nothing. Kyle Gibson, which to his credit, he's been pitching okay lately, but still, like he completely just annihilated these guys, and I just did not expect that. One thing I'll say is Travis Wood is a big home run giver upper. It's going to be 84 degrees, 50% humidity. Our boy Wisco was saying how humid it is. He lives in the area. It's somehow how humid it is over there. So this is one of the better hitting environments on the slate, and I think that's why we see the Twins with a 5 run total. Because I like Lamet a lot. This situation, I just don't know. There's a lot of lefties here, and this is one of the better hitting conditions on the night. So I don't know. As far as Urban Santana, I hate to say this, but I might have to go back and give my Padres or Josh's Padres, even though he was smart enough to stay off them today. I may have to consider them a little bit. I may have to consider them a little bit, brah. And I'll concur with him. He's like the Padre whisperer.
I'm gonna get a message from him.
yeah, for real. Like, what is that? He's gonna be like, what the hell is that?
I literally, and the funny thing is, I really only watched like one show that you guys were on when you were in Jamaica.
Yes.
So I really don't.
Oh my god, that was so funny. That's why he was dying, because you did it earlier, and I'm like, maybe he's referring to something else, and then you did it again, and I'm like, no, it's not. But yeah, man, so I think Lamet is a guy that I love him most nights, but I think this night I might have to pass up a little bit. And Santana, I don't know, like I think he's got to be. I guess he's in play, even though like what I just said. I guess he's kind of in play, but I'm gonna have to take another look at these Padres because I feel like people may say, "Oh, Gibson destroyed them, so Santana's gonna do," and Santana can. He's a much better pitcher, so like I would expect him to do something like that. So, I'm kind of up in the air here, but I'll leave it on the fact that it's one of the better hitting conditions of the night. So keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Mahle of the Cincinnati Reds visiting Jack Flaherty of the St. Louis Cardinals.
Jack Flaherty of the St. Louis Cardinals taking on Tyler Mahle of the Reds. Can't get that that accent down just perfect, but yeah, I don't know, man. This game, like the Cardinals went off again, so look at them again. I mean, they're both. He has a 5.1 run total tomorrow, so. I mean, DeJong is 3.2. Pham is 3.4. He did pretty well today. Jose Martinez, I like him at 2.6. So this will be another stack you can look at tomorrow. On the other side, Flaherty hasn't really been doing very well. So if you want some of these lefties like Votto, Jeanette hit 4th today. That's really good. I forgot to mention that on the live stream today. I thought him hitting 4th was a decent option. Zach Cozart. And then Phillip Ervin at 2.2 makes for a decent just a fill-in or cash game value play at outfield.
I'm with it. I'm definitely with it. The Cardinals red hot. I didn't expect them to go nuts like they did, and they certainly did that. And now it's going to be 74 degrees, a little bit warmer and humid. So I don't see why they wouldn't do it again against Mr. Mahle. And this kid Flaherty, I think he's supposed to be pretty good. I'm pretty sure he had a couple good games, or at least one good game. Right? I'm gonna look it up real quick on the old FanDuel machine. No, that is incorrect. Oh, he's the guy that people expected to. I think people were on him against the Padres, and it didn't go well.
Very well.
He didn't get any strikeouts, so it did not go well. So bring it on with the Reds, man. I think the hitting conditions are going to be better tomorrow than they even were today, and we saw a lot of runs from at least one team. So the Reds have kind of been inconsistent, but like Zach Cozart, these are guys that are pretty reliable. Joey Votto, normally, I noticed that Joey Votto was stepping up. I guess people are just getting tired of pitching to him, so that kind of sucks. But
that's what makes him a good cash play because he's going to get on and get some pitches. He's always going to produce. So.
He's most likely not going to get you with 0. It's like, and of course now, tomorrow he gets to 0. But
0. A show.
For show. That's how the jinx goes. But as they say, jinx are for pussies, right?
Yeah.
German Marquez of the Colorado Rockies visiting Patrick Corbin, the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Yeah, Corbin has been sneakily good again this year. So he's had some really, really good starts, and we all know how bad the Rockies are on the road. So let's take a look at Mr. Corbin tomorrow as an option. What's his price on FanDuel? I don't even see him.
8.6 on FanDuel.
He's 8.6. That's a little expensive.
Yeah, it's because he's been pretty. Yeah, on DraftKings he's only 7.3.
Yeah. That's not bad. Yeah, DraftKings, I think he's way more, especially that might be a good SP2 option on DraftKings. And then Marquez, he is somebody that is decent at home and can get lit up on the road. His last 2 starts on the road, he gave up, he got 22 points against Kansas City, 6 innings, 2 strikeouts, got nothing. And then the Dodgers couldn't do anything. He only had 2 strikeouts, gave up 2 runs. So he's not striking out a lot of people, so that makes me, off of him. And let's look at some of these Diamondbacks to stack tomorrow.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on the D-backs, but for Corbin, I know at his price he certainly has to be considered. He got tremendous upside. I got to give him that, especially lately, man. Like his last game didn't go so great, but before that dude had a couple like monster games in a row. Mm-hmm. So I respect that, but the Rockies are starting to heat up a little bit, I think. And we saw even today, Carlos Gonzalez had 2 home runs. The day before, Arenado had a big 3-run home run that saved my ass the other night. But so I think like while the Rockies are hot, I kind of want to stick with the theme of playing them. And so I know like DJ LeMahieu is 13 for 34 against them with 2 home runs. Lucroy is actually 6 for 12, and he's as bad as they come this year. Charlie Blackmon, 9 for 26 with a home run. Mark Reynolds has a 167 average, but a 336 WOBA against him because he has 2 home runs. So, like, I see the upside. Like, there's upside here on both levels. If Corbin is on, he has the upside to really, like, he can give you, like, a 50 on FanDuel or something like that. Or, he could do that. But in this environment, I know that his K upside is, or her strikeouts have been a little higher, I think, at home, but still. I think I'd rather go with the hot bats in this scenario. So I think a little more on the Rockies offense here than I have interest in Corbin. But I want to read that line also. I want to see what the Vegas thinks also. I'd like to take that into consideration. But the total is fairly high. Mike Fiers of the Houston Astros visiting Tyler Skaggs of Los Angeles Angels.
Los Angeles Angels, Tyler Skaggs. Yeah, I would maybe look at some of these Astros that hit lefties well, stack them up against the Astro. I think guys like Springer, Bregman, Altuve, Correa, Gurriel, Gonzalez, all righties, man. When you're a lefty, you have to go that. That's just so hard to do. And then you got Carlos Beltran at 2K. Like, wow, he's going to ride off into the sunset after this year. A good contrarian stack would be like a 9-1-2 stack with Maben batting ninth. I don't mind that. On the other side, Fiers has been just absolutely a dumpster fire lately. So maybe Trout is one off or something like that, Upton. I'm just not really stacking these Angels, though.
Yeah, man, these Angels were red hot for a little while. But I think that a lot of that. Well, it still looks like it might be pretty humid out there. So I'm seeing like 70% humidity out there. So that could play something. And like you said, fires have been pretty bad. So I don't know. The Angels could grow on me. I don't know. Have they cooled down or have they just not played? Like, I don't know. I feel like
they've cooled down. They're not.
If they're cooled down, that's a whole other story because I know they made some upgrades, but Brandon Phillips still isn't very good. And Justin Upton was a huge upgrade. But other than that, Valbuena, Simmons, all these other guys, they haven't had the best years. Mm-hmm. It's not like they're, it's nice to have Trout back. But definitely don't want Skaggs against the Astros. Astros are always in play. They're just too damn good. I don't care if they're cold. They're always in the money, you can never really give up on the Astros because they're never really that cold for that long. All right, last game here. We got your boys. We got Darvish. Darvish of Patio Joe's Los Angeles Dodgers.
Darvish.
Visiting Matthew Moore, the lefty, for the San Francisco Giants.
Matt Moore is the hardest pitcher to understand in the majors because he can come out there and absolutely shove it up your ass if he wants to. And it's just, I don't know. I'm not into it. I think the Dodgers, even if they win tonight, they're still kind of cold. But they'll be rolling out their right-handed lineup, so guys like Barnes and Kike, they'll offer some good value. On the other side, Darvish, man, I just don't know how long he's going to go. He only seems to be going 5 innings lately. His last start was only 4 1/3. Then he went 3 in San Diego. So he hasn't gone. He's gone 7 1/3 innings in the last 2 starts, and he's only thrown more than 6 innings once since he's been a Dodger, and that was the first start. So I'm off of Darvish. I don't think he has enough upside tomorrow, especially against a team that doesn't strike out that much.
I 100% agree. The Dodgers are listen, they want to win. Don't get me wrong, but they're confident enough in their bullpen to where they don't want to risk losing any of their starting pitchers in the playoffs. Making the playoffs is not their priority. Winning a championship is their priority. If that makes any sense, they're going for it all. So I think they're willing to sacrifice if they had to make a decision between seeding or pitcher longevity. And I think they would make that choice. They would bring in the bullpen even if the bullpen was taxed. They care about these starting pitchers. So I think that's a good call, especially with the fact that the Giants are iffy with strikeouts from time to time. So I'm with it. It's going to be 87% humidity. That's pretty damn high. But only 63 degrees, so that kind of counters out. And it's a huge ballpark. They're kind of used to be. It's kind of the same weather. I guess that's always out there, right? So yeah, Matt Moore, man. I'm usually pretty good with Matt Moore. My thing on Matt Moore is I typically target him on the road just because this ballpark is the shits. Like I think you can go after him, it's fine. But like him and like Matt Cain, like they could only play for San Francisco. Those are the only teams that I think they could make big league clubs for. Like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like because they're just nothing but fly ball guys, and then they get hit hard. And don't get me wrong, he's got some K upside. We know the Dodgers like have struggled. But I don't know, man. Kike and Barnes, it's like, even if they're hitting home runs, I could see them just singling the guy to death. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. So that was a good laugh in between there.
That's right. Yes, a couple good laughs.
A couple good ones. It's tomorrow for me, so I apologize if I laughed too hard for you guys and it annoyed you in any way.
No. I think it's fun that we're having fun here, and I hope you at home are having fun and laughing with us.
Yes.
Because here at Wise Take, we're a family, and we like to make each other laugh. Of course, not only am I the looks, but I'm also the humor of the team.
That is correct.
So you have me as you have me as the looks, and you have Paulie as the crazy guy. And then you got CK kind of working it all together. So hey, and so we have a lot of fun here. So we hope that y'all don't get offended. The views of Patio Joe are not those of Wise Take, and don't hold us responsible. But remember, Fister, I barely even know.
Wonderful closing statements. But before we get out of here, Joe,
Yes.
we're going to do a quick pick-em lineup, and then we're going to roll, okay?
Let's do it. Pick 'em lineups.
Tier 1, Aaron Nola. We got Santana, Darvish, McCullers.
Yeah, I know. They got McCullers, too, on FanDuel for pitching for the Astros. So let's look at that tomorrow. I don't like McCullers either. So
Yeah, I wouldn't like him anyway. John Lester, Dan Straley, Doug Fister, and Gausman.
God, they're just telling you to take Nola.
Yeah,
I mean, there's not
much.
really anybody else to take, really. I mean, I guess I would consider Santana or Lester, but probably Nola.
Yeah, we can go with Nola. But I wouldn't mind Gausman, but we can go with Nola because I like him too. Denilson Lamet, my boy. Marcus Stroman. Marquez, Corbin, Leak, Matt Moore, Malley, Glasnow. See, this is the tier that I think are questionable. These are all the guys that could get blown up or have good games. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Corbin it is. Let's roll. I'll throw it out there, even though I personally like the Rockies. I'll roll with Corbin because that tier is pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's a pretty ugly tier. Altuve, Arenado, Votto, Dozier, Betts, Bryant, Machado, and Nelson Cruz. You want your boy Nelly?
No, you went to tier 4, didn't you? You in tier 3.
I did that again. I do that every show, I think, literally. Mike Trout, Blackman, Goldschmidt, Trey Turner, Stanton, JD Martinez. I do that too all the time. JD Martinez, Rizzo, or Cano?
I would say Rizzo.
Rizzo against Harvey. Oh, yeah. Give me Rizzo against Harvey. All day. AD. All day. Jose Altuve, Arenado, Votto, Dozier, Betts, Bryant, Machado, or Cruz. What's your boy, Nelly?
Yeah, sure.
Hoskins, Springer, Correa, Andres, Rendon, Lamb, Benintendi, or Howie Kendrick.
Benintendi.
Benintendi. Oh, because Cotton. Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah.
Bellinger, Shaw, Donaldson, Segura, DeJong, Reddick, Taylor, Story.
I don't know about that. Maybe DeJong? I'll let you pick this one.
Let's go with your boy Belly. I know it's lefty on lefty. It's a big park, but it's Matt Moore, man. And Belly's a strong dude. I think he can get a hold of one.
All right.
Let's go with Belly. Upton, Turner, Olsen, Smoke, Chu, Bogarts, Parra, Buxton.
I like either Justin Turner or Bogarts. What do you like?
Yeah, I like Bogarts. Let's go with Bogarts. I like that call.
Right.
Freeman, McCutcheon, Seager, Myers, Bregman, Jones, Puig, and Jose Martinez.
Bregman
against Skaggs. Yeah, I'm with it. Bregman against Skaggs. I'm with that all day. There you have it. Nola, Corbin, Rizzo, Cruz, Benintendi, Bellinger, Bogarts, Bregman. I think it's a nice balance of like chalk and contrarian plays. It's a nice little mix in there. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Joe, appreciate it, brother. Tomorrow, Joe's cash game article, Straight Cash Only for Baseball, will be out. However, he's taking the night off. You won't catch him on the stream, so you won't see Patio Joe again until Thursday. We'll have him back, but his article will be out for Wise Take members only. Straight Cash Homie. It's the baseball article for cash games that Mr. Patio Joe provides us. So we appreciate that, brother. And,
that's right.
Don't forget to check us out at wisetake.com and check out our packages. We have the NFL package going currently. We'll have an NBA package as we get closer to the season. We'll start dropping more details about that. But for now, check out the NFL package. It's $19.99 a month. Or you can save yourself some money, invest in your season, pay $74.99 and get the whole season up front and not have to worry about anything after that. So we got projections, awesome articles. We have rankings that need to be up tomorrow. And so definitely check us out. Anyway, guys, if you're watching on YouTube, click that thumbs up. That like button means a lot to us. If you're listening on Podbean, give us a follow. If you're listening on iTunes, subscribe to the channel. Give us some 5-star reviews. Bump us up those charts. It means a lot to us. If you're watching on YouTube even, just go in there on iTunes and just bump us up. We're trying to get a little more exposure here, and we appreciate it. But anyway, thanks for watching and listening, as always. For Patio Joe, for myself, and the entire Wise Take Nation, as always, good luck.
Peace.
Yeah.